Live from the rinks, it's Friday night hockey, first game of 3. You have the Pat Med Raiders, U of East Islip. In the last of the freshman quarterfinal games, 4 versus 5. Jack Ziskin alongside Vinny Matula. How you doing today, Vinny?
Very good, really good. Really excited for this matchup. 4-5. Winner of this one's going to go on to play SCHSHL tomorrow night. Should be a real close game. Both these teams split in the regular season, so this is where, for all the marbles here, you want to win this one, you go on to the semis tomorrow night.
It's, for a lot of these young players, it's the biggest game they've played in up to this point in their very young careers. You know, what do you think the thought process is right now on the ice between the benches?
I think it's just you want to keep things loose. You want to keep it simple. Like I said, they both split in the regular season, so you know it's going to be a close game. I think the first goal in this one's really important, especially. You look at East Islip, they're one of the more disciplined teams in this freshman division. They're lower as far as penalty minutes go, whereas Patchogue Medford's a little bit on the higher side. So I think East Islip has the advantage there, but in the same token, they're not as lethal on the man advantage or power play as Pat Med is.
It's going to be a battle of special teams for sure. Staying out of the box is going to be important for both squads. And, you know, the big thing for me here especially, and we saw it in the first few freshman games, it's that you can't come in as a higher seed and expect to win. We saw that in the first few games. Yeah. And, you know, this is as close as it gets. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to watch, for me at least, because for both teams, this is a Pat Med program. They're not fielding at the varsity level this year. Yeah. They fielded last year. Their top scorer at the JV level this year also down from their varsity team. On the other side, you got EI. They're feeding into a program that's ranked #1 overall in the varsity division. How do you think that plays into their mentality on the ice? Because, you know, one team is trying to be part of a group that'll bring Pat Med back to the varsity division. On the other side, you got a program that's at its peak. And in some cases, you're fighting for a roster spot.
Yeah, both these teams really have a lot of organizational depth and talent. Obviously, East Islip being the top team in varsity this season. Both the JV team and this team have made a real solid run. And like you said, too, with Pat Med, their JV team was just 2 goals away from going on to the final. And this team themselves are one of the best in freshmen this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really strong squad on both sides. I mean, player to watch for Pat Med, at least for me, it's going to be Babinski. His brother was on the JV squad this year, unfortunately got hurt 6 games into the season. I think if he's healthy, Pat Med would have had a chance to win it. He's going to be the player to watch on Pat Med's side. And then the other side, you got Ackroth for East Islip. And, you know, he's a real strong young player. And he's obviously he's obviously their leading scorer, so it's going to be important to get points from him tonight, get him early.
Yeah, absolutely. Babinski's one of 2 players on Pat Med with 20 or more goals this season, 30 points. So he's had a real strong campaign. As far as East Islip goes, like I said, they don't have the explosive offense or power play goal scoring like Pat Med has, but they're getting contributions from up and down the lineup, which at this time of year can never be overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, both Pat Med programs this year have been very strong on the power play, and, you know, both teams have a strong core group in front of them. They're strong in net. You're going to have Sam Bickler in net tonight for Pat Med. On the other side, I believe it's going to be, I believe Martin has the start. Not 100% sure on that. But we're going to be right back after this rendition of your very own national anthem. We'll go through that, and we'll get to puck drop. We'll be right back. That was a rendition of your very own national anthem on tape. When you get to the varsity level, we do get a live person in here to sing it. So something to look forward to as your kids age up, or your friend, or your, well, whatever one of the players on the ice is to you. That was smooth of me, right?
Yeah,
That was great
yeah.
phrasing. All right, both teams getting ready for the opening draw. It's going to be Babinski at the center dot for Pat Med on the other side for East Islip. I believe that's going to be 22. That's going to be Brianne Martin. So, Martin versus Babinski in the dot. Both teams fighting to stay alive in the playoff race. And Babinski gets the better of that draw. Hellbig carries it in, cuts to the outside. Centering pass, shot, save!
Oh,
Rebound
wow.
is loose, but it's cleared out to the point. Picked up by Azara. Fires a shot, that's blocked through traffic. Picked up shot, save! Puck behind the net now. Babinski moves across, shot, goes wide. Battle on the boards. And the puck comes all the way around on an attempted East Islip clear. Martin gets it out. Hellbig will chase. Gets it. Moves it across. And now, puck comes back up to Babinski. He carries it in. Fires shot towards net. That's turned aside. Picked up along the wall. Puck bounces out to Azara after an attempted clear for the Raiders. Or correction, for East Islip. My apologies there. Puck along the wall. Babinski gets it back again. And a turnover in the corner. And the puck leaves the zone. Lead pass went to Martin, who skates it in. And a poke check by Azara breaks that play up. He's got the puck now. Lead pass comes to Babinski's backhand. He makes a move, but puts the puck too far ahead of him. And it comes out on the other side. And now, an odd man rush chance. Shot goes wide. Along the opposite wall. Kept in at the blue line by East Islip. The puck is shot down. It's picked up by Azara, who rings it around the boards. Puck leaves the zone. Carried in 2-on-1 chance, but the pass to Hellbig is broken up.
Good stick.
Hellbig dumps it in. Puck loose in the corner. And it comes around the boards. Turnover forced by Hellbig. He carries it back in. Taken off his stick. Sharada moves it D to D. Puck comes up the boards towards Veith. Ends up back in the corner. Intercepted by Pat Met. Hellbig got a backhand shot on net. Now it comes all the way up around the boards. And it leaves the zone. Ackroth will chase for East Islip. Puck comes up the boards. Bounces to center. 3-on-2 for Pat Med. Shot blocked. Picked up. East Islip heads the other way. It's Veith. Makes the lead pass. Carried in. On the backhand. Play is broken up. And then a pass is intercepted. Puck comes out to the point. Kept in. Fired into the corner by Damien. Pass towards the center is broken up by Sam Bickler. Now Hellbig makes the lead pass. Carried into the zone. And a toe drag. Broken up. Puck comes back out. Pass towards the center. Shot. And it's saved. East Islip gets the whistle on the save from Martin. Correction, that's Sasso. My apologies.
Yeah, we'll go right back to the face-off here. This is right off the draw. Pat Med wasting no time. This is their leading scorer. Hellbig coming down the wing here. And watch this beautiful save there by the goaltender of East Islip.
It was a nice move. As the face-off is won by the Raiders, they get it in deep. Puck behind the goal line. Turnover forced. Puck comes up the wall for East Islip. They're going to get that clear. But a turnover is forced. East Islip resets. Puck along the wall. Moved in. Pass towards the center. Goes bouncing. Then a turnover forced by East Islip. It's ringed around the boards by Marizito. Puck's gonna come all the way out. Vignato on it for the Raiders. Under pressure in the corner, so he moves it up the boards. That's intercepted. Marizito carries it in. Shot, save! Gets the rebound shot, another save, but he still got the puck. Pass goes across the crease, comes to the point again. Dumped in, and then ringed around the boards. East Islip still has possession as the shot is blocked, but it comes to Marizito. Slap shot and a save. Puck in the corner now, East Islip with a lead pass, but it's broken up off the stick of Martorello. And Marizito gets a shot that's gloved but not grasped by Sam Bickler. Puck loose in the corner after the clearing attempt was broken up. Ends up on the other side, Vignato has it. The captain of this young freshman squad, he gets tripped up. But the Raiders maintain possession, and then that goes all the way down, but icing is waved off. Sasso steps out. He makes the pass up the boards. But it's turned over under pressure from Babinski. Both teams playing a bit of a game of hot potato with the puck as it comes back down the ice past Lemaire's stick. Icing was waved off. Attempted clear was gotten by Babinski. He dumped it back in. Puck now bouncing along the opposite half wall. Pat Med trying to settle it. Pass towards the center. Goes awry. Kept in. Now it's below the goal line. Babinski line. Driving possession here. And Babinski has possession himself now. Carries the puck across the slot. Has it poked off his stick. But he gets it back. Makes the cross ice pass. Then the puck comes to the corner. One pass too many. As the puck comes in front, bouncing, loose. Shot on net is stopped by Sasso. Great save for the young netminder there.
Yeah, a couple of bodies in front there, and Sasso's able to track that one down and hold it. East Islip starting to buzz a little bit offensively too. After the first couple of minutes, they didn't really have much going, so now we get a little bit of pace in this game.
Yeah, Marizito was just had a really good shift for them.
Yeah.
He's really stood out to me so far as the faceoff is won by Pat Med, but the shot goes into the corner. Buck moves it behind the net. Picked up by Downs. Changes hands a couple times before coming up the boards. Both teams in a race for it. Lead pass comes to Martin. East Islip has an odd man rush. Shot from Martin over the net. Goes wide. Comes up the boards. Pat Med gets the clear. Helbig makes his move. Enters off sides. So Vin, let's talk about that odd man rush on the other side.
Yeah, 2-on-1 opportunity there. Unfortunately for Martin, isn't able to connect with the net. One of their top scorers actually this year, 17 points in 14 regular season games. She's had a real nice season for them.
Yeah, you knew that was coming as the face-off is won by Martin. That won't be the last we hear his name tonight. As the puck comes up the boards. Correction, her name, my apologies. Martin gets it, cuts into center on her backhand. Makes an escape turn along the half wall. Makes a pass across the blue line. Shot deflected. But the puck comes to Martin in the high slot. Gathers a shot. Rebound is covered by Sam Bickler. My oh my. East Islip playing with pace right now, aren't they?
Yeah, just Pat Med trying to clear this out here. Martin's in the right place, right time. This one does go unnetted. It's a good shot, actually. Low pad, creates a rebound.
Oh,
but
yeah.
her other forward there is just a little too late, and Sam Bickler is able to cover that one up.
Face-off won by Pat Med. They move it around the boards. And, yeah, that's great rebound control by Sam Bickler. You know, you got to love that play as Zara gets the puck behind the goal line, moves it up the boards, but can't leave the zone. Puck comes across. It's chipped out. And it comes to Longo. For East Islip, pass up the boards is deflected. He gets it back. Finds the open man. East Islip enters the zone. Puck behind the goal line. Pass is broken up by Azara, who's knocked off the puck as it comes up the boards. It was kept in. Martorello. Big collision in the corner. Both players up and all right. Pass comes across, but it's broken up at the East Islip blue line. Turnover. Puck in the corner, and then along the half wall. Comes to the point. Slap shot is blocked by the stick of Azara. Finds Martorello, who enters the zone. Makes his move through traffic. Loses the puck, and it's poked into the corner. Picked up by Azara. And then a turnover is forced by Marazito. He enters the zone. Fires a shot. That's deflected wide on the rush. Puck at the point now. Kept in by EI. Shot is deflected. Ends up in the corner. Battle along the boards. Comes out across. It's deflected. Shot on net. Rebound.
Nice
Who
save.
scores? And the diving rebound. It's 1-0 East Islip.
Yeah, this is a really nice play by the one forward here. You're going to see it once again. Pat Med just trying to clear this out, unable to.
Oh, that got deflected off a skate.
Yeah, it just might have there. I believe that's Bradley on the initial shot, and his forward crashing the net there. That's Walsh putting that one home.
That was a nice goal. Face-off won at center by EI, but Pat Med quickly forces a turnover. Babinski carries it in on his backhand. Cuts the net. Shot. Save. Rebound. Another save by Sasso as that shot goes right into the breadbasket. And you know, one thing to mention about that goal that we saw, it was that it deflected off of Pat Med's skate in front of the net.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure which player, but it went off a defenseman. Just a bad bounce for the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's two big saves right there by the East Islip goaltender Sasso. Keep the momentum on your side here.
Yeah, it's definitely been a goaltending matchup tonight. Some big saves from both tendies as the puck is cleared. Race. Marazito going for the puck. Sam Bickler comes out to play it, gets the clear himself. Russo puts it up the boards, comes right back to him though. Marazito chips it in. Breakaway opportunity. 1-0 shot.
Oh, wow.
Save. There was a moment of silence, but Sam Bickler comes away with it there. What a
phenomenal save here, and it's just chip and chase play up the boards. As number 87 with this
Fontaine.
one, Fontaine. Yeah, another one has had a real strong season, and oh man, Sam Bickler just extends on that one, is able to get the arm down.
That's
Stellar
robbery.
Save. Oh yeah.
Face off, won by Helbig. Raiders move it up ice. Downs on the puck, chips it in. He chases, collects the puck along the wall, goes bouncing free though. East Islip with it now. And they head up ice. Chipped in. Sam Bickler settles it and then moves up the wall, but it goes to East Islip. They keep it in. Puck goes in deep. It's picked up by Luka Zara, who also rings it around the boards. And now Downs gets it. Looking for the clear, and his pass broken up. Raiders hemmed in their own zone as Helbig gathers and escapes pressure. Going end to end, cuts to the center, gets the puck to Buck, who's had it knocked off a stick. Puck came free in the high slot. EI heading the other way. Damien with the puck. Tried to find, I believe that was Chaco. Pass went awry. Damien got the puck behind the net. Got knocked off of it. Now Helbig heads the other way. Gets it to Downs.
Oh,
knocked off
close.
the stick. That's a good defensive play. And then Martorello dumps it in. Comes to Schlitt. His pass is intercepted. Shot! And a save by Sasso. Picked up in the corner. Kept in by Martorello. His shot goes wide. And it's collected by EI. Schlitt with it again. Moves it up the boards. Kept in. Oh! Schlitt forces the turnover at his own blue line. Leading the rush. 2-on-1. Pass is broken up. Puck ends up behind the net. Schlitt on the forecheck. Forces the turnover. EI still has it. Puck came through the high slot. Turnover forced. I believe that was Jacobson there, but Martin gets the puck right back for EI. Pass comes in front. Shot and a save. Sam Bickler covers it.
East Islip didn't really have that much of a jump early on in this contest. They were able to feel things out, and as of late, they looked a little more lively in the offensive zone than Pat Med has.
Yeah, I mean, they've made a lot of electrifying and mesmerizing plays as the faceoff is won by Pat Med. Both teams fairly even in the dot, something to keep an eye on as the puck comes to Rodecker. Shot on net, save, but the puck is loose behind. Collecting his own rebound, Rodecker headed up ice, but a turnover is forced by EI. Carried in by Damien, poked off his stick. Picture perfect poke check right there as he forces a turnover. This time, Martin gets it to him, settles it, goes to his backhand, but Azara under pressure forces him to reset. Puck comes up the wall, Jacobson on it. Turnover forced by Damien, Martin picks it up. Moves it into the corner. Picked up in the opposite corner, then comes to Martin behind the net. Puck takes a bad bounce for EI, then comes up the boards on the Russo pass. Turnover along the wall. Martorello comes away with it though, skating in, still has it. That's poked off his stick. Russo pinches, backhands towards the net. Pass towards the slot was deflected wide. Now the puck's coming up the other way. Azara gets it. Moves it up the boards. Raiders get the clear, but EI forces a turnover in the neutral zone. Carried in along the wall. Pass to the slot is broken up. Sandbickler got a blocker on that one. Puck him up the boards, but a turnover forced by EI. Puck below the goal line. Puck coming up the boards now. Lemaire on it, keeping it in for East Islip. Now behind the goal line. EI with the puck. Then Azara forces the turnover. He'll skate it himself. Enters. Looking for the pass, but couldn't find it. Just had too many defenders on him there. Backhanded towards net. That goes across the crease. Veith gets it. He finds the open man in Sharada, who gets it forward. And then Vignato trying to force a turnover here, but he can't seal the deal. Puck comes to EI below the goal line. Pass comes to high slot. Shot! Oh, just goes wide. Shot up, but not out of the zone. But it takes a friendly bounce for the Raiders, but Vinci carries it in along the wall, bounces it to himself, finds the oh! Shot that all the way across, expected a pass there. But EI can't get the puck out of the zone. Puck comes to Samuelic, he can't keep it in. Fontaine on it, trying to get the odd man rush, and he does. 2-on-2, pass comes across, puck is loose. Covered, no! Marizito has it in the corner. Couldn't get a shot off on that chance. And now the Raiders get the clear. Helbig on it. Tried to poke that one forward, and so did Babinski. His third time the charm? No. Fontaine has it. Fires a shot from the blue line. That's deflected by the blocker of Sam Bickler into the netting. A lot to break down after that long period of open ice transition hockey.
Yeah, last play in the D zone. It actually took a friendly bounce for Pat Med, because if that hits off the glass square, it's probably an icing. So instead they go up on a 3-on-2 odd man rush, but they're not able to get any generated offense out of it.
Yeah, I mean, as Helbig's in the dot now for the Raiders. I believe it's Marizito on the other side. It is. Faceoff was won by EI, but the puck's heading the other way. Comes in, it's Buck, who loses it on his backhand. Great chance, though. And then that pass was intercepted and moved up the ice by EI. Puck comes to point. Azara tried to chip back in. Takes a friendly bounce. He gets it. Makes his move through two defenders before getting tied up with a teammate. Then finds Samuelic. Fires a shot. Save. Oh, the time expires. Buck would have had a goal there. Instead, EI up 1 during the first intermission.
Yeah, here's your latest chance coming at the buzzer here. It squirts right out to the point. They've been doing this a lot in this first period, Pat. They always have that one guy on the far post waiting for a rebound opportunity like that. Doesn't go their way that time around. The clock is against them, so instead it's East Islip who's going to take that 1-0 lead into the second period.
You know, the reality is this. When you make a play like that and you make smart hockey players, you know, good coaches say it all the time, the young players. If you stick to your fundamentals, if you try and make the right play every time, even if it doesn't work out for you, if you stick with persistency,
right,
it's going to go in.
Exactly. Yeah, Pat Med has definitely had their chances. I really like the first 5 minutes of their offensive game or so, but I think ever since then, East Islip's been able to really take advantage of whatever odd man rush opportunities they have, and I think East Islip's doing a better job closing out on the defensive end as well.
I'll say this, and I think it's important to note, the big difference for Pat Med right now, and Sasso's been very strong in net, don't get me wrong, but there have just been some insane saves from Sam Bickler.
Yeah. We've had a real nice goaltending battle in the first 15 minutes. Sam Bickler's had some real nice highlight reel saves, and so has East Islip's goaltender as well, Sasso.
Yeah. I definitely agree as the face-off comes to center. Ragusa versus Babinski in the dot. Babinski wins it forward, but EI gets the puck. Comes back to Babinski. Ragusa forces the turnover. And then chipped in by Chaco. Puck comes back up the boards. That's going to be icing. The one thing I will say is this. If you're EI, you know, they've had some trouble finishing thanks to some great goaltending from Sam Bickler.
Yeah.
But if you keep getting those chances, they're going to get in. And the guy I'm watching out for is Moose Mechie, number 18. He's gotten a lot of good chances.
He has. Yeah, he sure has. Him, Marizito, you mentioned him before too. Both players have been really active out there.
Oh yeah, turnover. Pat Med comes away with a lead pass from Rodecker. Gets to Babinski. Moves through traffic, loses the puck, but Rodecker gets it back. Puck leaves the zone. Then a pass accidentally deflected by Rodecker. It comes to Connors, who chips it in. Azara will recover for the Raiders behind his old goal line. And he heads up ice with speed. Carries it across the red line. Enters the zone. Cuts to the center. On his backhand. Has it poked off his stick by Lemaire, I believe. And the puck comes up the wall. Turnover forced. Martin forces it out. Picks it up in transition. Has a one-on-one. Cuts through. Brick.
Oh, wow.
Great play there. Breaking that one up. As the puck is dumped in deep, trying to get... Was that Russo on that?
I believe so.
Yeah, that was a great move, stopping that play in his skates. As the puck comes up the boards. Changed hands, but the Raiders have it now. Babinski enters the zone on the outside. Fires a shot. That goes off the helmet and into the corner. He's going for that off-angle shot. We've seen it once or twice now. As the puck comes back to Martorello. A cross-ice pass to Helbig won't go. Just a little bit too much on that. And then EI gets the puck. They're trying to force a clear, and they get it. Puck comes back. The captain, Vignetto, with it. Carries it across. Enters the zone. Cuts the center, fire shot. Save! Picks it up in the corner, though. Pass goes across. Martorello. Shot!
Oh, wow.
Save! Well, that was... Wow.
Yeah, 2 nice saves by Sasso here. It's the Pat Med captain, Vignato. That was the initial shot, and it's going to squeak through a bunch of players, and Marturiello is just sitting there waiting for this one, and Sasso, 2 great saves there to keep this game at 1-0.
That goes in, but he gathered that half second can cost you as the face-off is won back by EI. The puck comes to the point. Vignetto nearly kept it in.
I got a hand
pass. Be a hand pass. And I don't say that to as a criticism. It's just these young players. You always want to see them play with confidence, and that's one of those situations where trust yourself a little bit more. Take that shot early, and that's a goal. Helbig carries it in on his backhand. His shot goes wide. Comes up the wall to Jacobson. Moves it to the point. It's kept in. Helbig gathers it on his skates, cuts through, and his shot. Couldn't get much on it, had his stick lifted. And now, Ackroth helping get the clear there. But a turnover is forced by Vignetto. Puck loose. EI sends it down, but no icing. As Sam Bickler settles that for downs. Nearly collides with his tendon.
Hello.
Loses his footing, back up now, but under pressure from Moose Mechie. Clear got through to Helbig, though. Enters the zone, cuts across, fires a shot on net. Rebound. Oh,
wow.
What a save by Sasso. And now Ackroth with it. He just chips it in. He'll go for the change as the puck comes around the boards. Errant pass. And Veith gets it in deep for EI. Fontaine on the forecheck with Musmeci. Drop pass cycling in the corner, but a turnover is forced. EI gets it right back, though. Puck goes down low. Musmeci on it against Vignetto. Absorbs the contact, but Vignetto comes away with it. Jalar gets it at the point. Fires a shot through traffic, deflected a couple times in the high slot. Raiders get it back now. They get the clear. Entering the zone, but Friesen breaks that one up. Then the puck ends up down low. Friesen on it. What a great hockey name that is. I had to triple check the pronunciation there. The EI bench, but that's what it is. So now they enter the zone. Shot is deflected into the corner. And then EI gets it back. Shot towards and is blocked by Azara's stick. Puck came loose across the crease. Picked up by the Raiders. They're heading up ice now. Jalar tried to break that one up, but Helbig gets through. He's got a 2-on-1, but can't find the open man thanks to tight defense from Lungo. Puck now in the corner. DiGuardio
Penalty here.
got hit along the wall. He's down. We're just going to hope he's okay for now. EI will be going on the power play. Penalty's going to be going against, from what I can tell, Walsh is already, maybe it's not him, he was just skating to the box.
It's Galar. It's
Gonna be
go.
Jalar?
Yep.
Oof.
Yep. Looks like just 2 for a rough here. Oh,
Yeah.
2 and 10.
2 and 10?
Yep.
Yeah, you never want to see a young player get hurt. And unfortunately, when that happens, you know, you're going to be spending some time in the box. Unfortunately, one of your teammates is going to have to serve the minor as well, which is always an unfortunate task. I don't see the guy going into the box yet, though.
Let's see.
Might not be.
There you go.
There we go.
We got
Who's
one is
that?
going
Is
in
that,
now.
19, that's, just want to double check that there. That's Chaco. Defensive zone faceoff for EI, but they possess the puck. Babinski pressures Martin, lifts her stick, gets it. Pass towards the slot, just couldn't settle it there. So he gets it back down low below the goal line. Pass comes across to Helbig. Broken up, ends up on Marazito's stick along the wall. He comes away with it. He'll head up ice with Musumeci, who gets the puck, cuts to the outside of the dot. Couldn't cut back in. Oh, there's a penalty. It's going against, this time it's going against EI. That's a tripping call for sure. This time going against Pat Med, it's EI. Took an awkward fall off that trip, but Musumeci's up now.
Yeah, it would have been a really nice opportunity there for Pat Med to try and come back and tie this game, but instead they take a penalty of their own, so now we're back to 4-on-4 hockey here.
Also, that's a big loss for Azara, one of their all-star selections this time around for them. His brother was too, actually. He's a good young player.
All right.
Face-off, Babinski versus Marazito. It's going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 31, and then as the puck is covered by Sam Bickler, like I said, we're going to have 131 now, 127 of 4-on-4 play. And that's going to be 30 seconds on the power play for EI as the puck comes down low. Marazito on it. Carries it across the goal line. Shot, save. Rebound is loose. That's blocked by Vignato, but Martin still has the puck. Great work on the cycle there, getting it to Marazito, who fires through traffic. Rebound, scores! Well, You can't script it any better, and you know, we talked about it at the start of the period. Loose Mechie.
Yeah, Jack, you called it here. This is a great cycle play down low. I believe that's Marizito on the initial shot, another player we highlighted. And wouldn't you know it, right place, right time there. East Islip doubles their lead, and you can credit that 4-on-4 play now. They're able to just keep the offensive zone pressure going right off that draw.
That was a great play. You know, they've cycled the puck really well, and the one thing I will say is this. You know, there are times you go through it as a player, where you're doing all the right things in the regular season. You're not necessarily putting the puck in the back of the net. Then you get to playoffs, and all of a sudden it goes through.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
It's kind of fluky. Face-off win for EI. Marizzato moves it across. Chipped up ice. But it ends up with Pat Med. Gerada along the boards breaks that play up, but it comes loose to Vignato. Heading up ice, Martin back checking. Vignato gets through, but that's broken up. And the puck ends up behind the net. Net is off. Well, that wasn't the brand of hockey East Islip went up 2-0 with. But hey, I mean, breakdowns are going to happen.
Yeah,
it's just part of the game. If nobody made a mistake, nobody would score.
Yeah, it's good help defense there. Martin's obviously hustling back and ends up crashing into the net. So, you know, it's going to take a full team effort. There's obviously still half the game left to be played. So Pat Med is far from being out of this one.
Oh, they're very far from being out of this one. I mean, you got Sam Bickler in net.
Yeah.
He can steal games. Face-off won by Fontaine. Carries it behind his own goal line. He clears this one out. Not enough on that for icing. I like that play as the puck comes down. Vignato under pressure. I believe that's Walsh on the forward check and then the back check as it's carried in. Shot from the slot. That's deflected wide. Puck goes down low. Attempted clear. Comes to the Raiders. Hellbig on it. He loses the puck. But it stays in Pat Med hand. Shot gloved. Seems like whenever the puck goes near Sasso, that would have missed the net, but no matter what happens, it's been a save for him. Yeah,
this is 10th save of the game so far. He's done a real stellar job so far in this contest. Even when you think Pat Med has a sure golden goal opportunity, he's able to just slam the door.
Yeah, and sometimes it's harder to be consistently in the game when you're not facing necessarily as many shots. Like Sam Bickler's faced them in spurts so far. Fontaine won that face-off. He's been really good in the draw tonight as the puck goes in deep off of his dump in. So now EI's on the power play for the next 20 or so seconds, but Babinski has the puck, killing precious seconds here as he cuts to the center, comes in, one-on-one, cuts the outside, fire shot, scores! Colson Babinski with the short-handed goal brings the Raiders within one.
Yeah, another player you highlighted in the pregame here, Jack. Another quick move outside, and it's the first goal that's Sasso has let up tonight, and not many goalies are stopping that one, I'll tell you that. Beautiful shot by him, and the deficit's cut in half now.
Perfect placement as the face-off is won by EI. They're still on the power play. Shot was blocked, but Babinski has it. He's heading the other way again. Enters the zone, onsides, has it poked off his stick. As the pass goes errant, it's 5-on-5 now. Babinski tried to settle that one. Puck is going to leave the zone. And Fontaine goes the other way. Forced outside. Pass towards the slot is broken up. And now Martorello heads the other way. Enters the zone. Cuts to the center. Has his stick lifted, but it's the right idea. Fontaine's pass broken up. That's Sherman, I believe, who broke that one up, and then the puck heads the other way. Raiders get a shot towards the net that's turned aside by the stick of Sasso. Then they fired up the boards, but it goes bouncing, stays in. DeGuardio on the forecheck. Puck comes free at the point, kept in by the Raiders. Back up the boards towards Fontaine. It's in his skates, so he makes the pass across the ice. Shot from the slot, and it's gloved by Sam Bickler. Oh, no whistle. That was a great save on the Akroff shot. Surprised the officials didn't immediately blow the whistle, but Raiders are on the on the rush now, so it worked out for him as that puck's chipped in by Russo. Puck comes free. Martorello fires it towards the net. Ends up along the wall. Fires it towards the front of the net. Nobody's there, so Chaco will pick it up. Chips it down, went off the ref. Flex it again, this time dump and change as Azara goes to pick it up. With speed now. Heading up the ice. Enters the zone. Backhand shot goes just wide. Buck on the forecheck. Tied up with Longo. Puck comes free, comes to EI. They fire it down the ice. That's going to be icing. And we get the whistle.
I think it's got to feel good for Pat Med to finally get that goal. Sasso is just stopping everything in sight, and now you can see a little bit of momentum's on their side here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you need to score those goals in transition to get the dirty ones. When you get a hot goalie who thinks he can stop everything, you know, it gets harder with those shots. The nets become smaller.
Yeah.
Just inside your mind. Face off one. Helbig gets it. Shot was blocked. Gathered behind the net by Jacobson. Puck comes to Helbig. His shot is blocked. And now puck comes. Pass intended for Bradley is broken up from Lemaire. So now Vignetto enters the zone. 3-on-4. Shot from the outside goes wide of the net. Comes up the boards. Helbig keeps it in. Oh, that was a great move. Oh. Martin forces the turnover. Bradley give and go at Martin. Odd man rush. Shot. Save by Sam Bickler. Vignetto trying to settle it. He can't. Bradley gets it. Loses his footing. Puck comes up. Shot. Oh, that hit Bradley. And then another shot towards that's knocked down. Bradley gets a shot.
Oh.
Right in the breadbasket of Sam Bickler, who covers it. Great forecheck there from EI.
Yeah, some nice saves by him here. This one actually gets blocked in front, and it's a good follow-up here. Even again, it still doesn't really make its way through to the goaltender, and it takes a third whack at it before Sam Bickler gets to him, and he's able to just cover it up.
The persistence of Schlitt has been very impressive. A bit confusing what's going on here. It seems Pat Med sending a player to get his. Oh, it's a mouth guard issue.
Mouth guard, yep.
That's always fun. I'm not going to name the player because no one wants to be singled out for losing their mouth guard and having to go get it. Face off. Down low. It's won by EI. Puck is bouncing in the slot. Finally, after Veef's attempted shot, it comes away with Helbig, who enters the zone, makes the pass towards Jacobson. Oh, just outside of his reach. Puck now in the corner. Helbig has it again. Oh, what a nice move there. He's got the puck still. Collects it on his forehand. Fires a shot. Gloved by Sasso. That was nice.
Yeah.
The hands on Helbig.
Mm-hmm. He's been noticeable out there tonight.
Babinski in the dot versus Musumeci. I'd say it's always great to have you. This is our first game together, so we'll work on incorporating you a little bit more during play as the face-off comes to EI. Kept in by the Raiders. Comes up the boards. Russo has it. Puts it back down. But Friesen makes the lead pass. Ackroth got a stick on it. Vignetto forced the turnover, got it in. Puck comes up the boards, hits the official skates. The official is part of the field of play no matter how much we sometimes wish he wasn't. Babinski has it. Shot towards the net. Deflected. Puck comes to Rodecker. Pass comes all the way across the line. It's kept in by Vignetto. He steps into a shot. That's deflected off a player and out of play. That's Musumeci. Bounced off his back and into the netting. Yeah, that's... Don't see that every day. Face off in the defensive zone for EI. 2-on game. As the faceoff is 1 to Marcharello, but he has it taken off the stick. Marazito heads up ice, gains the zone. On the outside, pass towards the slot. That goes off the stick of Sandbickler. And then a clear by Babinski. No icing on that as it went under an EI stick. And it's going to be settled by Sherrata. Errant pass up the boards. But Marazito gets it.
Offside.
Oh, that's offsides.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you could tell a little bit of frustration on that EI bench, because if he stays on sides there, it's potentially a 2-on-1 opportunity.
yeah, I always feel a little sympathetic for both players because, when you're coming up the ice like that with speed,
Yeah.
sometimes you see a defender, you want to pull up, you try and manipulate your opponent a little bit, but if the other player, it's hard to keep track on that while you're skating
Right.
forward. Face-off won by Buck.
Heads up.
Oof, that hit a coach. That deflected off a stick. I think it hit the coach's shoulder.
It did.
Oof. Looks all right.
Yeah.
Face off at center. Marazito wins it forward. Cuts the outside. Past the high slot. No one's there, so Buck will collect. Heads the other way. Enters the zone. Shot blocked. Raiders maintain possession. Well, no longer as the puck ends up down low. Comes up the boards. Buck will get it. Pass comes to Azara. Escapes pressure, makes the D-to-D pass. Now comes up ice. Samuelik chips it in. Not enough on that one though. So now EI will send it all the way down. Not enough on that for icing. As Azara gets it, moves it up. Then that's intercepted on the wall. Shot was blocked though by Buck. EI has behind the net.
Hey-yo.
Oh, is that an attempt in Michigan? Pass towards the slot again. Shot. Save.
Good save there. Oh,
What?
loose.
Why'd the goalie let that go? Did they not blow the whistle? That's something else. Marazito's shot is blocked. Azara gets it. Chips it up the wall towards Umina, who backhands that one. This time it doesn't go out of play. It went off his stick the last time. Getting his stick in the passing lanes as puck comes back up the wall. Azara fires it behind his own net. Samuelik goes for it, but a turnover force. Puck is free in front. Another rebound. Saved by Sam Bickler. Took a while to get that puck covered.
Yeah, let's take a look at this last chance here. A lot of EI. Oh, hang on. The net looked like it moved there. But regardless, there's no whistle. It can be play on. And Sam Bickler with a couple of saves here as of late. Keep this game where it is, a 2-1.
Yeah, he's a good young goalie. He's someone you can envision down the line when Pat Med finally gets back to that varsity level. And they will. They have the talent at the younger age levels. It just takes some time to develop your program. As the puck comes out off the face-off to the EI point. Came back down. Ragusa providing pressure. Forcing Babinski to move it up the boards. Now it's Azara's turn behind the net. Gets it to Russo, who gets it to Helbig. Helbig gets it across the blue line. Babinski will skate into it. Pass was deflected, picked up on the other side, and then a one-time chance for Helbig. And EI heads the other way. Pass intercepted by Russo. Helbig trying to move it up against the boards. Pass Lemaire. Babinski gets it in. Will chase. But the puck comes around. Picked up along the opposite wall. Shot towards that rebound. Helbig shot, another save. Gets his puck back. Just one too many times there. He had the man beat on the first move as the puck leaves the zone. Takes a bounce off Azara's stick. So he's forced to reset. Behind. Oh. That was an interesting play. Time expires. I believe Azara was just going to let Sam Bickler hold that till the end. Not sure what happened there, but entering the second period, down 1 now. for the Raiders.
Yeah, I thought Patman did a really good job to start that period as it went along. Especially being down 1-0, they're able to get the equal. They were able to pull it back to within one, but East Islip continues to really play some strong hockey here, especially in the latter portion of the second period. Should be a fun third period regardless. Both these teams, for Pat Med, the season's on the line, and for East Islip, you want to clamp down and do whatever you can to prevent the tying goal to come about.
Yeah, and I mean, these are two of the more disciplined teams I've seen in the freshman division, especially come playoffs.
Yeah.
And, you know, at times it looks like a JV game out there. It's been a very solid game for both teams.
Yeah, just the 2 minor penalties, 1 on each side. You have the 2 and 10, obviously, for East Islip, but honestly, it benefited the Chiefs more because, like I said, they were able to possess off that offensive zone draw when the 4-on-4 first began, and they're able to get that second goal out of it.
Yeah, it's been a strong game for the Chiefs, that's for sure. Bradley showing off his dance moves at the center. I think that's what it was. I hope that's what it was. But now Pat Med will take the ice. You know, if you're the Raiders, you got to feel happy about Colson Babinski and Luka Azar's development, because both their older brothers will be parts of this program moving forward. It's nice to kind of have that consistency for maybe a couple seasons, potentially, at the varsity level. Not a huge age gap between either brother. Face off. It's won by EI. Puck comes in. Shot towards it is blocked. And another shot also deflected. Wide. Downs comes down low, moves up the boards. It's kept in by Longo. Turnover forced. No, it's kept in. Bradley has it. Cutting in. And his shot in the slot is blocked. He's a speedy little player. Pass comes to Bradley, who tried to move it to the slot. Right idea, just nobody home for EI in the bumper spot. Puck comes to Babinski, who gets it in deep. Picked up by Longo. Chips it up the boards, out of the zone. EI on the rush. It's Walsh with Martin. Correction, that wasn't Walsh. That was, my apologies, that was Schlitt. 23 versus 25 as Babinski gets the puck, gets the clear. And that's fired out of play by the EI blue liner, Sharada. Face off is coming to center ice. Musmechi in the dot versus Helbig. Correction, Rodecker, my apologies. Rodecker might have a brother too. I can't remember off the top of my head. Gonna have to check that. Face off at center. And it's won by EI, but a turnover. Martorello enters 2-on-2. Shot through traffic, loved by Sasso. Yeah, there's a Trevor Rodecker, too, on the JV squad. So 3 sets of brothers. Face off. Won by EI, but the puck was controlled momentarily by Pat Med. Martorello with it. Fires a shot on it. That goes just wide. Kept in by Russo. Rodecker gets it in deep. Buck, his pass intercepted. And now the Chiefs head up ice with speed. Puck gotten in deep by Musmechi. Gets tied up down low. Raiders heading the other way now. Martorello gets it. That puck goes in deep. Martorello cuts towards net. Shot!
Heads up.
Great chance. Puck is gathered by Buck. Scores! Luke Buck with the equalizer on the rebound. It's a tie game.
Yeah, just what Pat Med needed here to strike early on in this period. And once again, it's the far man Buck who gets this one. Beautiful shot. Looks like it just beats him glove side there. And Pat Med ties this thing up just 2 minutes into the third period of play.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
And it's worth mentioning, Gillard just got out of the box as the face-off is won by the Raiders. Puck ends up going into their zone, though, on the dump. Marazito on it. Was Jalar in the box for both goals? Can't remember if Jalar was in the box for both goals. My apologies for repeating myself there. Bit tough for us to hear each other at the rink as the puck comes behind. Heads up ice. Pass comes to Babinski. Enters the zone. Cuts the outside, fire shot. Save.
Oh.
Bit of a basket catch there. Either way, getting Jalar back on that blue line will be a boost for that EI team. Like you said before the broadcast, you know, you got to stay out of the box. And Jalar, ironically, for an EI team that I believe you said didn't take that many penalties, his 10-minute misconduct cost them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been clean for the most part. Obviously, it was the 10-minute misconduct that keeps an extra body off their bench, so that affects game plan and strategy that way.
Puck comes out, Azara will chase. Fontaine cutting to the outside. Well played by Azara. Shot attempt almost came to Walsh, but now Babinski trying to get in deep. He doesn't. Hellbig succeeds. Carries it on his backhand. Has it taken off a stick by Marazito, but it's kept in.
We got a penalty here. Oh, no, I offside, excuse me.
Oh, no, you're fine, you're fine. See how many times I make that mistake. Babinski gets it. Carries it in. Got it through, just too much on that. Marazito now. Lead pass to Fontaine, who puts it across. Oh, that's going to be delayed offsides. So Jacobson has time, but he loses the puck under pressure from LaFontaine. Or Fontaine. There's no law in front of it. Shot goes over the net. Really showed I was an Islanders fan on that one as the puck comes out with Hellbig. Under pressure from Jalar, he forces the turnover. Martorello gets it in deep. Behind the net. It's picked up by EI. Friesman moving it up ice. Gets knocked off the puck by DeGuardio, I believe. And now Hellbig heads the other way. Puck comes free for a second. Raguso has it. But it changes hands again. Martorello has it. Resets to Vignato. Carries it across the red. Enters. Gets to his backhand. Loses it in the high slot. Chaco was on that. Had a little give and go for Gusa after a slight turnover in the high slot. Then it leaves the zone with Friesman. Nearly forced a turnover at center ice by EI. They got it halfway into the Raiders zone, but now Vignato steps across the blue line, fires a shot. That's gloved by Sasso.
You can definitely tell a little more jump in Pat Med, especially after the goal, and it's important to get that goal early, obviously, because you want to establish the tone here in the third period, and you know, Islip has yet to record a shot on goal here, just about 5 minutes into this third period of play.
And they're getting their chances too as the face-off is won by Pat Med. It's just, you don't always have the chance to wait for that perfect shot. Get the puck to the net, good things will happen. Pass comes across, that was on Martin. Really had no chance to control that as the turnover is forced at the red line. Puck changes hands, Martin enters zone, 2-on-1. Marchirulo racing back, Bradley scores! Marchirulo back checking. Couldn't get there in time. So EI gets the third goal of the game. They're back up by 1.
Yeah, beautiful play here by Brand Martin. Just patience, looking head up all the way, and a beautiful pass across, and buries that into the wide open net. And East Islip back on top here, 3-2. That's Bradley.
He's got an elaborate celebration plan too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he had a great play. I mean, but Martin, from start to finish, he was on that puck.
Yeah.
Puck along the wall, it's chipped in by Umina. Hellbig and Babinski, seen a lot of them this period. Sometimes it feels like they don't get off the ice. As the puck comes up the boards. Martin gets it on the rush, 1-on-1. Broken up by Azara. But then a turnover, Martin gets it back. Resets. Drop pass, Jalar gathers it, gets it in deep. Bradley walks towards the net, makes a couple moves. Shot through traffic is blocked by Russo. Babinski chips it out with speed. He's got it to, oh! Great stick there by Veef to break up the odd man rush chance. Puck comes back out. But it comes to Longo for the Chiefs. He moves it forward to Veef, who chips it in, but that goes right to Azara. Backhand pass across his own blue line, turnover. Russo races back to break up the chance by Moose Mechie. And then the puck leaves the zone. Jalar puts it back in. And then it's after a turnover from Helbig, Jalar puts that back in. You know, you'd like to see Helbig. You know the forward-checking player can't cross the line. You have a little bit more time to make your decision. Don't just take it right into Jalar's stick as the pass comes to center. Backhand shot, saved by Sam Bickler. Puck comes to the point. Jalar keeps it in. Good recovery there. He's made a huge difference since getting out of the box. He really has. Shot towards the net, turned aside by Sam Bickler. Rebound bounced free on the weak side. Then a cross-ice pass. Shot, save on the glove!
Oh, nice save.
That was picture-perfect placement by Moose Mechie, wasn't it?
Another good save here by Sam Bickler. It's a real strong response by him coming out of that goal allowed. Just snags it out of the air there. He's trying to get him moving from left to right there, but staying square to the shot and just snatching it with the glove.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to have an eye on the shooter as you're cutting across, and Sam Bickler played that perfectly as the face-off is won by Pat Med. And then a turnover. Puck comes in front. Then in the corner. Moves it up the wall. Now below the goal line. Turnover forced by the Raiders. Puck comes up the boards. Friesman trying to keep it in, and he does. Below the line again. Chipped up the boards by Sherman. Then the pass comes all the way across. Martorello has it. And that's poked off his stick.
Good play.
Some real solid defense there from Damien. Chiefs get the clear. Puck comes across to Walsh. That play's broken up by Vignato. Damien on the forecheck. But then Martorello gets it. Buck's on his backhand, so Martorello is going to continue to hold it. Backhand pass across. That deflected. Almost went on net. Then Marazito had it. Errant pass there. Picked up by Friesman now. He'll go for the clear. Chips it up the boards. It's kept in by Vignato for now. Then it leaves. Marazito chips it forward. Sherman gets it. Fires it up the boards. Walsh keeps that in, or Fontaine keeps it in rather on the opposite side. His shot is blocked though. Puck takes a couple bounces. Raiders leave the zone with it, but it bounces free. And it's chipped forward. Good play there by Sherrata, who got it forward to Marazito, who's racing with the puck. But he's under pressure, makes the drop past the blue line. Martorello heads the other way, one-on-one. Cuts the outside. He was looking for the pass there. His line mates went for the change as Helbig gets it in. Fontaine has it now. Chips it in on net. Sam Bickler gloves it. Fires a saucer pass down to Martorello. He's got a great saucer pass, Sam Bickler. He really has eyes in the back of his head as the pass comes to Helbig.
Oh.
Shot was deflected just wide. Babinski on it now. Gets it in behind the net. Martorello gets Babinski. Babinski shot from an off angle. Turned aside. Sasso went to cover, but the puck was gone. Along the half wall now. Babinski gets tied up there by Connor. So now Pat Med resets. Carried in by Azara, who cuts through. Shot. Scores! That's perfect placement by Luca Azara. It's 3-3.
Yeah, really similar to how another goal by Pat Med was scored before. And there's your man going down the far circle there. That's Azara, another key member of this Raiders Red squad. They tie it right back up here. About 5 minutes to go in this third period.
Hey, you got two goals from two kids who have brothers on the JV team. You know,
Yeah.
that's clearly played a factor here. But the skill and the poise by Pat Med to know where to put that puck on the short side, that's fantastic. Helbig cutting in, gets tied up, but the puck is loose. Fires shot off the back of the net. Picked up by Babinski in the corner under pressure. Chips it in, Rodecker on it. And now Jalar. Turnover, puck got shot off of Rodecker though, from Samulik. A little bit of friendly fire there. Now Azara under pressure, had his stick lifted. Gets it back, backhand pass intercepted by Schlitt.
Oh.
But EI keeps the puck. Almost had an oven rush there. As Martin gets knocked off the puck by Babinski, but it goes to Bradley along the wall. On the outside. Still has it, evading pressure. Moves it to the point. Pass goes across to Jalar, it's in his skates, but he gets it in deep. And a very steadying presence on this blue line for EI as Bradley pokes that puck free. Circles the net, looking for a pass. Found the man at the point, but it took a couple bounces, had to reset, settled it, and then a shot from EI is blocked. It's picked up by Helbig. He heads the other way, 1-on-2, 1-on-3 if you count the trailing Martin. But Helbig cuts the outside, and his shot just had a stick lifted there by Jalar. Puck will leave the zone on his clear, but it comes to the Raiders. Sherman with a nice move there. Chips it in, will chase. The big blue liner on the forecheck. Gets it around to Babinski. Pass to the slot. Helbig can't get the shot off. Puck is still loose though. Comes up the wall. Vignato keeps it in. Bouncing puck, couldn't be corralled by Helbig, but Jalar gets it. Bounces it up the boards, comes to Sherman. Fires a shot, that's deflected. Goes wide of the net, remains in play. Helbig's pass goes off the back of the net. Puck is still loose. Now, the Chiefs set up the boards. Cross-ice pass intended for Bradley, intercepted by Vigneto. Helbig checks up, Vigneto enters the zone. Fires a shot, but he was under pressure. Couldn't get much on that. Puck comes around, Babinski provides pressure, keeps the puck in the zone. EI now with it. And then the puck comes to Helbig for Pat Med, his shot deflected. And now it comes to Bradley on the opposite wall. Vignato pinches to force the turnover, or at least break that play up. Bradley still has it, tries to move the boards. It comes to Babinski, whose shot is blocked, but he keeps it in along. Oh, he's forced out. Under pressure, turns it over momentarily.
They're letting him play.
They're letting him play, and to be honest, I think they should have there. That was the right call. That's a smart call.
Tight game.
Helbig down low.
Oh, I'm good.
Now the puck's heading the other way. No icing, so Sam Bickler's going to get on that one. Yeah, there were some cries from the crowd for a tripping call there. That was that was a clean play as the puck comes in on Vigneto's stick. That shot's turned aside by Sasso. Great positioning there. Gets the clear. Comes out. It's a 3-3 game. Pass intercepted by V. Finds the lead man. Moose!
Oh.
Mechie gets the shot off. Pause there because I thought I was going to have to say goal as the pass goes past the stick.
Got an icing here.
Yeah, that's icing. That was Sharada who went past his stick.
Yeah,
great chance for Moose Mechie.
Yeah, that last shot did not miss by much. He's looking for that low shot there on the ground. And a little bit more to the left. Maybe it's in the back of the net. We got a real exciting 2:01 to go here.
I think there's a timeout coming from Pat Med.
Yep.
I can see Sam Bickler gesturing. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not.
It could be trying to prep for a defensive zone draw. So this is a big draw for both teams, really. If you're East Islip, you know, Pat Med's been kind of buzzing the last few minutes or so in your own zone. And if you're East Islip, you know, you want to try and win this draw, set something up potentially.
Yeah, I mean, you're at that point in the game too where you call a timeout to get your best players on the ice, and you know, for the Raiders who have been, I don't think they have as many guys on the bench as EI to start with, but they kind of have they've been running Babinski and Helbig hard, so they kind of like him some reps.
I mean, East Islip has shown they've been able to run out 3 or 4 different lines here, and they trust all their guys. I think that's another part of the reason why they might call a timeout. They want to rest some of their top guns like Buck, Helbig, Bobinski, obviously. Azara had the goal before.
Yeah, I mean, it's more a matter of they want to always have one of those like 3 or 4 guys on the ice. I think I think they get everybody out there fairly consistently. I think it's just about, you know, you got to match your star players with an opposing team star players, and right now, you know, you got Azara buzzing, you got Helbig, you got Babinski. And, you know, if there's one guy to watch right now for Pat Met, if there's one guy who it seems like something should have happened for him by now, it's Hellbig. Something, if it comes for Pat Med in the last 2 minutes or potentially overtime, I have a feeling it's going to be Hellbig.
Yeah. It's the reason why he led them in points this season. He's a really stellar player, and we'll see what they can do here.
He's drawing a lot of attention, too. That sometimes sends your point total down a little bit. Face off. Won by Musumeci along the wall. It's chipped in. Well, that was a good effort by Downs to try and get it out. Hellbig, however, is the one who gets it free to Babinski. But he's under pressure from Musumeci. Oh, that was a nice move. Chips it forward, gets tripped up. Gets back up. Play continues. Puck is kept in by Babinski. Carries it across the line, kept it in. That was a great keep.
Watch your farm, man.
Puck has to fully cross the blue line for it to be offside. Short-hand shot. Oh, what a save by Sasso. Backhand over the net from Hellbig. He wants it, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Puck bounces free in front. Sasso didn't see it, but the puck leaves the zone now on a night. Oh, that's not going to have enough for icing, but Azara is going to skate into that. EI basically going for a full change. Pass comes forward to Azara, or comes forward from Azara to Hellbig. He took a second there to settle the puck and just send it at that point. You got 2 minutes left. The worst thing that can happen is he gets called back for icing. Zito cuts in. On the outside now. Fires a pass across the crease. Nobody can get to it. Jalar will step into it. Fires a shot. That goes way wide. Marazito settles it on the other side. His shot goes off the shoulder of Sam Bickler into the corner. And then the puck is knocked free by Pat Med. Leaves the zone, but Jalar gets it, chips it back in. EI has to check up. Downs with the puck. Quietly having a very solid game as he gets tripped up by Fontaine. That's a penalty. That's a no-brainer.
Wow.
That'll carry into overtime, too, if they force it.
Yep.
That's tough.
Big call there,
Fontaine frustrated.
Yep. He's not the guy you want in the box if you're East Islip, too. He's had a real stellar offensive season, and instead he'll be in the box here for at least...
I gotta agree with you, and Martin's coming out pulling someone. I gotta say this, I feel like East Islip was created in transition a little bit more consistently.
Yeah.
Pat Med is better at settling the puck and getting to work.
Right.
Marazito gets it to Martin. Moves it up the boards to Walsh, who fires it down. Stan Bickler comes out of his net to play it. Saucer pass. Oh, what a pass, but it's intercepted by Martin. Enters on the rush, cuts to the center. Short-handed, shot over the net. Arm is in the air. So when Pat Med touches up, wow, so EI sends the guy to the box. That's going to be Hellbig.
Yeah.
What was the call there? That stings. Good news is the next game starts at 8:40 and the varsity matchup starts up at 10:10, so overtime just means I get to spend the early hours of Saturday morning at the rinks, and who doesn't want that? Marazito in the dot. Face off. Won by Pat Med. Horn sounds. There's 1:57 on the Hellbig penalty. There's 1:30 on the Fontaine penalty. And there's 5 minutes in overtime.
Yeah, there's already enough space as is in overtime, and now with the 2 penalties on the board, 1 for each side, there's going to be even more room. So if you're one of your offensive players, now is the time to really just utilize all that open ice space and see what you can do, maybe create an odd man rush.
I think the one thing to watch, and I remember you picking up on this, but I think they slid Martin back down to defense in that last couple seconds. So maybe this is a situation where you have a player who can play both. Maybe she ends up being the blue liner.
Yeah, obviously in their case, you don't want to make that defensive mistake. You'd rather obviously play more defensive minded than potentially take that opportunity. And it looks like she's lined up out there as well on the defensive end, yeah.
I'm feeling it tonight with some of these, all right? I'm feeling it, but you know, I will say this, because they also have 55. That's Damien, who is a blue liner. So that's a big difference here. So we got 4-on-4 for the next minute 30. If you're Pat Med, you really want to score now before you end up on the penalty kill. Pass intended for Martin goes awry. Under pressure, moves it back D to D. Then back to Martin, who collects it off the boards. Great lead pass to Marizito, who collides with Vignetto. Still has the puck, loses his footing though. And now Raiders head the other way, 2-on-2. Vignetto cuts to the outside. Oh, what a great defensive play by Martin. Stopped that odd man rush with the stick, then got tied up with Marizito. Both of them going for the puck. And now it comes free. Carried in by Musumeci. Cuts to the center. Oh, lost the handle there. Comes out to the point. Musumeci fires it in. Collected by Vignetto, who fires it down. That's not enough of that. There's not enough for that for icing. They've done a really good job of flipping the puck out.
Yeah, they sure have. Here you go. Got room.
Martin couldn't quite corral that one. Puck enters, but EI had to check up there. They're really playing well with Martin on the blue line. I'm not sure I don't think she spent all night there as Azara carries it in deep. Pass to center is broken up. Almost looked like a shot on net there as the puck leaves the zone. Marizito has that broken up. Puck leaves the zone. Martin forced to check up, or rather wait for her teammate to check up. They're on the power play now though. 20 seconds remaining.
Far man.
Puck comes to Martin, settles in the skates, and the lead pass ends up with Musumeci on the outside.
Look at Martin.
Drop pass to Fontaine, out of the box, or fresh out of the box, should I say, is turnover force. Puck comes to Buck, has to get it clear. Gets tied up. Vignetto, though, steps into it. Gets through. It's 5-on-5 now, cuts to the center. He's in, all alone, shot, scores! And Pat Med, they're moving on the goal from their captain, Gabriel Vignetto.
Oh, what a goal this is here. Just goes by both defenders. Eerie, similar to how they've scored the majority of their goals in this game. Pat Med never led in this game. Doesn't matter. They score in OT. It's the difference maker. And like you said, it's the captain, Vignetto, his second of the game. And it's Pat Med who will see SCHSHL tomorrow night in the semifinals.
I gotta say this, and this is an important part of this. All of their goals came in two ways: short side, down low on the back door, or when the shooter was moving.
Yeah.
And those are the most difficult shots to stop. They knew how to pick their opportunities.
Right.
And they capitalized when it mattered.
Exactly, yeah. He sliced up, had a majority of the ozone pressure in the majority of this game, but it's like you said, you got to make the most of your opportunities. Pat Med does so there. They take advantage of a real nice move, and, you know, it's a beautiful shot that it's going to send Pat Med into the semifinals tomorrow night with a quick turnaround.
Yeah, put SCHSHL on upset alert for this one.
Yeah.
This JV squad, who basically played most of the season shorthanded thanks to the loss of Babinski's brother, they could have gone all the way if they had him healthy. This Pat Med roster is healthy. I would not be shocked to see them go all the way.
Yeah, they got a really good squad. They really adapt that no quit mentality, and, you know, obviously it took a full 45 minutes and then some for them to ultimately come back and win this game. And for them, it's an all-time high, and we will see them on tomorrow night, which should be a real exciting matchup.
All right, so final score for the freshman quarterfinals between EI and Pat Med. It's a 4-3 win in overtime for Pat Med. Hats off to Gabriel Vignetto. He didn't get 3 goals, he got 2, but when it's the game winner in overtime, it's close enough. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you up next for the JV finals between St. Anthony's Gold and the Smithtown Halpog Bulls. And for those of you not joining us, thank you and good night.